Hello, and welcome back to the Hobbyman UK channel. Now today on my workbench I've got something a little bit different. I've got a selection here of 1/76 scale Oxford Diecast vehicles, and the reason I've got some of these at the moment is I'm slowly collecting them because I have a future plan to build a new 00 model railway, and you can see some pictures of two previous layouts I've done, both in 00 and in N gauge, and they are on my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, that's where you can find pictures of those. So so in the future I have plans to build a new larger 00 layout, and obviously hopefully feature it on the channel here. But in the meantime I've been slowly collecting some of these vehicles. I've selected 6 random ones today just to show you. And one of the reasons I want to show these as well is in my opinion, I think they're absolutely amazing quality items for the price. Certainly comparable, say, like for instance, if you like your Hot Wheels and your Matchbox cars, which are great, and some of these can be £2 or £3, and even for £1 or a couple pound more, you can pick up one of these in a very nice display case. Yes, obviously it is a smaller scale. This is 1/76, and generally these are most 1/64. But the level of detail on these is, in my opinion, fantastic. And for those who collect the sort of higher end Matchbox and Hot Wheels vehicles, they're generally used for display purposes. If you're in that sort of line of collecting diecast cars for display and you really want detail and quality, sort of stepping down to the slightly smaller scale of 1/76 and picking up these, I'm just blown away, really. Obviously, as you can see, most of the vehicles here are sort of from the 60s and 70s and maybe early 80s. They do a line of modern vehicles, and I'll hopefully feature some of them in the future. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just quickly show you the boxes before we get them out of the boxes and show you them in closer detail. So I'll just pick one off the top here. This is a Triumph 2500 in brown. Again, with all the lovely number plate and everything. We'll have a closer look at that in a minute. But that's the code should you wish to order that one. Alright. Then we have the Reliant Regal van. My mum's uncle used to have one of them, and I can remember that as a child. He used to turn up in one of those. Quite a lot of these were seen around in the 70s and 80s. It brings back lots of memories, those vehicles. Again, there's your code there. Alright. Triumph Stag in red. But the detail is just amazing. But again, lovely display cases. And then we've got an old Leyland Sherpa van. My dad used to have one of these when I was a kid. So yeah, very good. Let's just show the number for that. And then we've got a VW Campervan. See if we can just focus in. There you go. There's a number plate. Oh, on the camera. Again, I'll take these out of the boxes in a second. Official licensed product there from VW. Very cool. And then last, just for this video anyway, we've got a Triumph TR4 in white. Right. Anyway, let's get them out of the boxes, and have a closer look. Right then, I've removed them out of their boxes and display cases. I've left some of them still mounted to their bases, but I've removed one here just to show you that they are just like a standard Matchbox and Hot Wheels car. They do move, the wheels move, but they do have lovely rubber tyres, and as far as I'm aware, and I'm pretty sure that every wheel on these vehicles definitely represents what you would have found on the real life vehicle. Yeah, but the rubber tyres I think are a very nice touch, and again add to a very nice quality scale model. Let's try and focus in now. There we go. So I've taken this one off. This is the Triumph Stag. And I just want to show you the level of detail there, even with the number plate and the Triumph on top there, and the Triumph badge on the grille, the level of the chrome around the windows, even the Triumph logo there. Okay, my big finger's in the way. The dashboard's there. It's not painted, but all the detail of a Triumph Stag dashboard's there. And I love the Targa roof there, or roof bars. Personally, one of my favourite vehicles that Triumph have made is the Stag. There's some detail underneath. The exhaust and stuff. And obviously there's the screws there that mount in the base. But yeah, nice bit of weight to it. Paint finish is absolutely stunning. And lots of great detail. So that's the Triumph Stag. We'll go over to the Reliant Regal van. I still see a few of these around. And I believe, unless things have changed, I think you can, you used to be able to drive one of these on a motorcycle license. Yeah, I think it was a motorcycle license you needed because it was a three-wheeler. You didn't need a full UK driver's license to actually drive one of these on the roads. Because I suppose basically is a kind of a motorcycle. I don't know much about these vehicles themselves, but sort of a derivative of a motorcycle design with a fiberglass body. And so yeah, a number plate there, and it's just brilliant. But yeah, a friend of the family member had one of these. I remember this as a child, even in this colour. And there's one of these in my local area. The chap's still driving around one of these. I think he's got lots of badges all over it, but it's still going. It's well over 40 years old. So yeah. Let's put that over there. Then we've got the British Leyland Sherpa van. The Leyland logo there. Unfortunately, this one hasn't got any number plates. I don't know if perhaps with some of the commercial vans they don't do it with the number plates on, because you can get various versions of this in sort of a Royal Mail or I think British Telecom and things like that. You could, if you wish, bring out some of the details of the doors and panel lines and stuff, and you could use something like Tamier's panel line, which they do in black and slightly brownish, I think. There is another colour in the range, I can forget what it is now, but yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. I think personally that would be more useful for just maybe on some of the wheels, which I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, again, rubber tyres, and yeah, just captures it perfectly, absolutely perfect. Let's go with that one then, just to show you the idea what I mean with the wheels. So to bring out those spokes, if you wish to, you could put a drop of that panel line in there, and it would just darken in between the spokes and bring them out really. But other than that, it's just absolutely cracking. Again, this one's got the number plate and the Triumph on the bonnet. Let's just see if I can really focus in on that. The camera will go in that close. Hopefully that's picking that up. So I knock the camera. There we go. There's the Triumph. It's really quite amazing, I think. All the door handles and Triumph on the back there. I love this one. It's got the wood effect on the dashboard. Just even like the windscreen wipers there on the glass. Again, the paint finish is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And they're just mounted with 2 screws on a nice display base. And then we've got the Triumph 2500. Again, beautiful number plates. Absolutely picks up the perfect shape of this car. One of my favourite shapes, to be honest with you, the Triumphs. And there's a chap in my local area that has this exact vehicle, exact colour, and just as amazing condition as this. I often see it driving around. I think he always drives it on a daily basis. And again, those wheels are absolutely spot on. But yeah, I used to see a lot of these around the area when I was a kid. Great shape, really. Great shape. Yeah, the beautiful, typical brown 70s colour. Right, and then last we've got, as I'm sure, a well recognised vehicle, certainly worldwide, is a VW Campervan. Again, Volkswagen badge there, a number plate, beautiful detail there in the side windows, even the VW logo in the wheel caps, so I can hopefully get in focus there. And there we go, the front, the VW logo. Again, if you wish, you could put some of that Tamiya panel line into the front grille there if you want to make that pop a bit. But yeah, rubber tyres, typical campervan interior there, which they've captured really well. Even the markings around the windows, even that rear air vent there. It's just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Lovely models, But yeah, so there you go. Overall, I'm very impressed with them, and if you're looking into collecting some diecast models and you haven't got that much room, then in my opinion, these are perfect scale for that. And they have a huge, vast range really, which is obviously updated annually. They have a lot of modern vehicles as well, I can see now. And yeah, and for those who are looking for some items for their 00 gauge railway layout, these are perfect scale at 1/76. And yeah, so I'll finish off the video now, but I'll do some the video will just run on a bit. We'll just take some closer looks at the vehicles in a little mini video. And but yeah, that's it for me, and that's the Oxford Diecast 176 range there, or just some of them anyway. And I'll put a link in the description below where you can go to their website. Alright, thank you very much. See you later. Bye.